Hi Gemini, welcome. Thank you for joining me on my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Gemini for this coming week in September. Today is Monday the 14th. So Gemini, this is a general love reading, and that means that it can apply to just about any kind of relationship, situation, or circumstance that you're dealing with. I also want to remind you to be flexible with the energy. Don't be overly concerned about the gender of the cards. You can mix and match the roles within the reading, and that means that you can be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards. This also means that you might feel like I am reading for you. You could potentially feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. So take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. My intention is to reach those that need this message and will benefit from it. So I hope that's you today, Gemini. I hope that you feel like this reading is not only enjoyable, but worth your time, and that you get something out of it. Carmella's here. She's hanging out under my hair. It's kind of a chilly morning, so she's kind of been tucked under my hair for the morning, which can be a little aggravating and distracting for me, but it's where she wants to be, so who am I, right? At least she's not causing chaos like she normally is. Okay, Gemini, we're going to go ahead and give this deck one more good shuffle, and then we're going to get started and see what's up for Gemini. Here we go. Three of Cups. The Hierophant. Oh, sorry, the High Priestess. The Hierophant. High Priestess. Strength in reverse. Five of Pentacles. Death in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. The Devil. And the Nine of Pentacles. So lately, I have to admit, lately I've been doing these readings in this first set of 8 cards that comes out. In the past, I'd say 3 to 4, maybe 5 readings I've done. I'm looking at them thinking, this is a really interesting story. There's something going on here that I want to know more about. But at the same time, I'm unable to kind of put together words to start the story. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So I'm going to kind of piece it apart right now and just kind of make it make sense in my head with separate little ideas that pop up, and then we'll see what comes out with the second set of cards. So we've got the Devil out here with the Nine of Pentacles. This could indicate some kind of toxic situation that you're dealing with, Gemini. Feels like it could be a solo situation with the Nine of Pentacles out here. This could be that you're, enjoying the spoils or the fruits of your labor, maybe a little excessively. Maybe you're indulging, having some fun. Maybe you're out gambling, drinking, partying, whatever. But there could be some toxic behavior associated with just kind of the idea. Well, you know what? I'm by myself. I've made this money. I can do what I want. I'm an independent, grown adult. I'm going to do what the hell I want. That kind of energy. And then there's this Three of Cups with this High Priestess. So Three of Cups could indicate, a party, socializing, a group of people, group of friends. Could indicate a celebration, a coming together, a reunion with the High Priestess. Maybe this is a group of people that are intuitively connected. Maybe this is a group of friends if you're in spiritual work that are all in spiritual work and they've come together. Then we have Strength in reverse with Five of Pentacles, which is a really defeating energy over here. This sense of lacking, being ostracized, kicked out, removed, not having what you need, a sense of loss of courage or resiliency with Strength in reverse. Maybe some fear mixed in there. And then we have Death in reverse with this Knight of Pentacles. Slow, steady movement forward, progress being made. Maybe something that could move a little faster, but it's not. Slow moving progress is what I get with that. So very conflicting messages for the first 8 set of cards. As far as I can tell right now, Gemini, they don't fit together. So I'm really curious to see what comes out with the second set. So let's see what we can make of this. Usually I get like one coherent storyline. I don't have that here. So let's see what we get. So we have the King of Pentacles. 8 of Wands in reverse. The World in reverse. There's the High Priestess again, this time in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. There's the Devil again, but in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Devil. And then we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, clarifying this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so let's talk about the 2 energies that popped up. I do feel like these are 2 separate people. We have a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands in reverse on the table. This King of Pentacles is clarifying this 3 of Cups. So this person could be your energy, Gemini, or somebody that you're dealing with. I feel like he's associated with a group of people. King of Pentacles is somebody who's very loyal and compassionate. This can be somebody who is a provider and a protector, a father figure. This could be a business owner, somebody who works really hard, somebody who's very reliable and dependable. This is a a perfect best friend, a perfect partner, for raising a family, a loyal family member that you can count on when you're in a time of need, that type of individual. And then we have a Queen of Wands in reverse on the table. She's clarifying Death in reverse. So the Queen of Wands in reverse is a very demanding energy. This is somebody who could be very opinionated, somebody who feels like they're always right, somebody who has high expectations for the people that surround her. And again, I say her because it's a Queen card, but if you're a male, you can certainly embody this energy and vice versa with this King of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands can be somebody who's very difficult to get along with because you have to do things their way. They can be very pushy, jealous, envious. Not a very positive energy. So there could be a lack of communication or movement forward. There could be some obstacles with regard to communication. I'm getting more than anything else with this 8 of Wands. Something's not being said. Something's not being spoken out loud. Within a group dynamic, it feels like it could be a group of friends, group of family members. It could be preventing this King of Pentacles from knowing something or from being able to take action. There's some kind of something that's not being spoken or said. Something that's being kept under wraps. It does involve a group dynamic. So this, again, could be family, friends, co-workers, colleagues. I'm going to get this third set out here, Gemini, and see what else we get. Knight of Swords in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse this time. Nine of Swords in reverse again. King of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse. And then the Hangman. So I'm going to keep pushing forward with this reading because I can tell something very interesting going on here. There's a lot of people involved as well. We've got a King of Wands on here who I feel is separate from this King of Pentacles. But I'm going to say too, Gemini, it's going to take me some time because I feel there's some kind of interesting story going on here, and I want to try to make sense of it. So I feel like there's something preventing this King of Pentacles from reacting, responding. It's because of something he's not clear on or something he doesn't know. And I think there's something being kept from him. I feel like there's some kind of secret or something that's not being talked about. Something that might be being kept under wraps. And it's interesting because we have the High Priestess and the Five of Pentacles. High Priestess and I'll just show you. High Priestess and the Five of Pentacles, and then opposite cards here. We have the High Priestess and Five of Pentacles. Once in reverse, once in the upright, once in reverse, once in the upright. So there's something to be said here, right? There's a message here for sure. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell it is. I'm confused. So I feel with this, for some reason, I feel like there's something being kept from this King of Pentacles, and I feel like whoever's keeping this information under wraps, or whoever's not talking or not communicating this to this King of Pentacles, feels like it's the right thing to do. And I'm thinking this King of Pentacles might be this King of Wands as well, now that I'm looking at this more closely. This King of Pentacles could be this King of Wands also. And I get the feeling the reason why things are not being talked about or brought out in the open is because even if they were, there's nothing that this king could do. There's no action that this king could take in response to this. So it's almost like he's being protected from knowing something, because even if he knew, he wouldn't be able to act or he wouldn't be able to respond. So this King of Wands here is also in this group of cards. I feel like there's this sense of disempowerment or an inability or fear or loss or lack of courage. Inability. Could be there's a number of things that would prevent this king from responding to whatever he doesn't know or is not being told, or it's not being spoken about, or he might lack a certain level of clarity about something. Now obviously it's associated with this Queen of Wands. I feel like this Queen of Wands is moving forward with something, is pursuing something. Could be a long-term goal. It could be something that she's wanted for a while. It could be the Four of Wands could be anything, but it feels like it's something that she's been building or working on for a while, something she's been trying to create. She's making slow, steady progress toward whatever this is, but it's taking a long time. I feel like there's been some issues along the way. I feel like there's been some obstacles that have kept her from moving forward, but she's still pushing on. She's still pushing forward. There may have been a sense. Okay, now this could be associated with either one of these parties. This King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. There's something with this Devil card, Nine of Pentacles. There's something here indicating to me that okay, sorry, my son's alarm was going off and she squawks and she's right near my ear, as you can see. It really hurts when she does that. Please don't squawk. There's some kind of sense over here that I need to get more cards out. But it feels like there is a lack of cooperation or disengagement or parties doing their own thing. But it's also resulting in some kind of negative outcome. I think particularly for this Queen of Wands. Like things are not moving as fast as she would like, or things are not going as planned, or things are not transpiring altogether. Something is failing because I feel like a lack of cooperation or inability to come together or see eye to eye. There's this kind of I can do it on my own. I'm gonna do it this way because this is how I want it. The kind of energy coming off these cards, like there's you can't make me, or it's almost like a defiant kind of immature energy coming off this set of cards. Like someone's trying to defy someone else by proving them wrong. There's that kind of vibe coming off that set of cards. Okay, so let's get some more. This is really interesting, Gemini. Let's get some more cards. See what else we get. So we have the Wheel of Fortune again, this time in the upright with this King of Pentacles. And then Judgment in reverse. Just for the record, there's the High Priestess again in reverse, but I don't usually take that card. Nine of Cups in reverse. Seven of Wands. The Queen of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands in reverse. King of Cups in reverse, clarifying the Devil. The Star in reverse. And then we have the Empress. Okay. So what is that all about? Empress would be the total opposite of what I was getting off these cards before. The Empress is a very nurturing and compassionate individual, somebody who's very wise, somebody who's been around the block. She's like all the queens put into one. And she's really got her shit together. This is somebody who, and this could be just the energy. It's not necessarily a person. I haven't decided that yet. But typically this is, somebody who could be a mother or a grandmother. It could be a more mature energy. It doesn't have to be. But this is somebody who's been around the block a few times. They know what's up. They've got their shit together. They're in control of their environment, and they have a good solid standing within relationships. Someone very reliable, somebody very compassionate, maternal, nurturing. Somebody you want in your life for sure. But again, this could be an energy. This could be well, let me look more at these cards before I. So this King of Pentacles, there's something positive. There's something It's almost like with this Wheel of Fortune coming out, clarifying his energy. It's almost like this King of Pentacles is like, you know what? I know what it means to have a high level of integrity. There may be shit going on around me. There might be people keeping shit from me. I might not be, being told the truth, or I might be surrounded by people not being honest or withholding information from me or making poor decisions around me. But I have high integrity. I know what it means to be someone who's reliable, compassionate, understanding, hardworking, dependable. And that's who I am, and so that's who I'm going to be. And this person, this King of Pentacles, because of this high level of integrity, I feel like he's hanging on to. There might be crap going on around him, but it's almost like he's untouchable. Because he knows if he just follows that straight and narrow, that he doesn't waver from walking the path of doing the right thing and being, a good person and a compassionate person and someone who's authentic and has high integrity, then he knows he can't really steer himself wrong, even though there's crap going on around him. I feel like, again, it's almost like people are making decisions behind his back with the intention of almost like treating him like a child, like, well, this is he's better off not knowing this stuff, because even if he knew, he couldn't act upon it, and it would probably hurt him or make him feel bad, and it's not what we want for this king. It feels like he's being protected from the secret coming up. I think he's also this, well, maybe not. I think he's also this King of Cups in reverse. This Queen of Wands is acting in a manner that might be, described as kind of total opposite of what this King of Pentacles is doing. Very opposing energies from these two people. It could be that this King of Pentacles is being protected from knowing what's going on with this Queen of Wands, because it's a very different energy than what's coming off this card, this King of Pentacles. So he could be apathetic or unaffected by whatever she's doing, whatever she's moving forward with, because he just doesn't know. So there's this almost a sense with this King of Cups coming out that it's not emotionally affecting him because he doesn't know. Again, he could be being protected or information withheld, but maybe it would emotionally affect him in a negative way if he knew what she was up to, but I don't think he knows. Carmela, let's move you. Let's put you over here. I'm just afraid it's time for her to poop, and frankly, I don't want her to poop on me. So, and hopefully she hasn't pooped on me. Sometimes I get up and she's already pooped on me, so she might have already pooped on me. There's nothing I can do about it now. Onward with Gemini. So I'm going to get this last round. This is a really interesting reading. We'll see what else we get here for you, Gemini. But I'm still kind of confused by this set of cards over here. So we have the Sun in reverse. The High Priestess, she showed up anyway. Remember, I said she was on the bottom of the deck and she showed up. And I shuffled. Interesting. I love when that happens. Three of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords again. The Hermit in reverse. Three of Cups, this time in reverse. The Devil again in reverse. This is a crazy reading, Gemini. Lots of repeats too. 10 of Cups. Okay, so this Queen of Wands, she's an interesting character. I feel like this Queen of Wands is keeping to herself. It feels like she is she might be secluded or kind of keeping to herself. With the Hermit reverse, I get the feeling like she's disassociated from people, from a group of people, maybe a group of family members, maybe a group of friends. But I think she's disassociated from this group and this King of Pentacles. And it's like she's taking care of business in a solo manner. And I feel like she's keeping to herself. And I feel like there are people surrounding her who know what she's up to. This King of Pentacles is not one of them. He doesn't know. And the information that other people may know regarding this Queen of Wands is being kept from this King of Pentacles because he's being protected. He's being protected from anxiety, worry, fear. He's being protected from knowing what's being hidden from him because people are afraid it's going to hurt him. And that he might feel like he needs to take action. He might need to feel like he needs to respond. But it could be that there's nothing that he could do even if he wanted to. There could be, this Queen of Wands could be dealing with some addiction or some kind of issue that she has to deal with on her own. With the Devil, it's coming out here 3 times, and it's almost like with him in reverse twice, especially with this King of Cups, indicating that the only way she's going to get out of this is if others are not involved, if she does it on her own. So this could be a situation with this Queen of Wands is dealing with some kind of addiction or something toxic. It could be something, a relationship. It could be a work situation. It could be, some kind of behavior or addiction that she's dealing with that really only she can fix or solve or deal with. But I feel like if this King of Pentacles knew about it, maybe he would try to take action on her behalf or try to help. But I don't think that he either can or I don't think he's supposed to. I think that this is a situation that this Queen has to deal with on her own. And the fact that he's stepped away or kind of taken out of the picture is allowing her to move forward. She's making some progress that's really slow, though. And it could be because there's been some intervention by people in the past. But I feel like this is something that she needs to do on her own. That if she doesn't deal with this on her own, that it's going to keep haunting her. That it's going to stick around, whatever this is, if she doesn't take care of it on her own. This could be an opportunity, with death in reverse here, transformation, but slow progress. This could be a transformation process. And this Empress could indicate that if this person takes care of business on their own, if they're able to work through this on their own and come out all shiny and new on the other end, that they'll be able to transform who they are, how they present themselves to the world, how they live their lives, how they interact with other people. There could be a very, very, very positive outcome. I mean, these cards are with these Devil cards, the ones that I just showed you. It feels like this is a personal growth process that maybe at least one person, if not others, would like to help this Queen of Wands through, but I feel like this Queen of Wands is doing it on her own, and I think that if she's successful, she could really transform not only herself, but the relationships around her. That's what I think this reading is all about. You know what? It's really an interesting reading. Gemini. So, you could be represented by either this King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, male or female. Remember, it could be vice versa. Or you could be an external party who's aware of the situation, of what's going on, what's transpiring. You could be, one of the people within this group dynamic, this 3 of Cups dynamic, where you're aware of the situation and maybe partaking in keeping something from this King of Pentacles, knowing that if he knew it would hurt him or he would try to get involved and that's not the right thing to do, that kind of thing. So you could be an external party. Gemini, if this reading resonates for you, it was meant for you. And I hope that the message is significant and helpful to you. But it doesn't matter if you are a Gemini, you don't necessarily have to be one of the main characters in the reading, is what I'm trying to say. But you probably know who they are. There's that alarm again. Bear with me, I know it's loud. Stop it. Stop. Oh, she just took a bath. I didn't know she was taking a bath. Okay, so I'm going to try to get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card for Gemini, and we're going to wrap this up since there's chaos in the household. Now my son's waking up, the bird's making noise, it's time to be done. So let's get one card for Gemini. That's 2. I just want 1. Try to see if there's anything else I can come up with for you, Gemini, as I look through these cards again. It could be that there's been some things that this King of Pentacles has struggled with regard to this Queen of Wands in the past. And so there's a history there. And I feel like the people surrounding him, again, I feel like there's this withholding of information or something that's not being talked about. But I get the sense from the cards that it's not for malicious reasons. It's for reasons to protect this king from being hurt again or feeling like he has to act but he can't. Is this the card? That's the card I'm taking. So we have Perception. Interesting card. This is one of the major arcana cards that is in this deck. The major arcana cards in this deck have present, past, future, and then potential blockage if it's in reverse. I'm going to read the present part of this because I feel like this is something that's currently happening, and this might give you some more clarity, Gemini, on the situation that you're dealing with. So I'm going to read the present section of this card. 21. And it's about 2 pages. 3 pages. No, it's long. I picked the long one. Well, I'm going to read it anyway. I know this reading is going to run a little long, Gemini, but I haven't done one for you in a while, so that's okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get into this and see what it says. The Perception card in the present position invites you to alter your perception by changing your perspective. To do so, try this exercise. Sit for a moment in a familiar space, find an object, and then focus your attention upon it. The more you focus, the more everything around the object will seem to blur and become less defined. Only the object that sits nearby remains clear, but even they are still less defined than the object of your attention. Those objects sit on the periphery of your awareness. They are either noise or just less important. As you look at the subject of your attention, you will notice small details. Make note of those details. Try to remember them all if you can. Now move to a different position in the room and focus your attention on the same subject. Is what you see exactly the same as what you initially saw, or have the details changed? More than likely, the subject of your attention looks quite different from this new angle. It is also interesting to note how many details you remember from the initial perspective. How much of what you recall is accurate? Do you remember all of the details or only a few? This is just an example of how, when you change your perspective, everything changes. Details, memories, people, past experiences, current situations. Once you regard the subject of your focus from a different perspective, your perception also changes. When you shift your perspective, you will see something new that offers more information or brings something that was hidden into the light. You might also discover that what you initially perceived and remember is not as accurate as you believed. In addition to inviting you to change your perspective, the Perception card in the present also signifies a need to determine whether you are creating your reality or whether you are allowing others to shape it for you. Both can be problematic. If you are not mindful and aware, the media, for example, distorts almost everything. What's normal and what's not, what's beautiful and what's not, new discoveries, political and current events, and even history. What's offered by the media is done from a limited perspective, and not everything you see is the truth. In fact, much of it is complete fabrication designed to influence you to believe what they tell you. A little bit of truth is hidden within the lies so that we will focus upon the thread of truth, believe in that truth, and then by association, believe everything else that is offered alongside. Yet we can sometimes do the same with our own personal perception. We can take the limited knowledge that we possess and extrapolate. We expand upon it. Sometimes if there is a wealth of information to call upon, our perception is truthful, but at other times it is an illusion. Reality is fact-based. Our perception is an interpretation or understanding of the facts on both the sensory and intellectual level. We can perceive things differently, but it does not make reality any less factual. Facts stay the same and are not altered or changed by our perception or opinion. It is not a fact if it evolves and changes over time. It is a theory, a hypothesis, an idea, or a concept. Reality is so much more than just what we perceive with our limited senses, and compared to other animals, humans do have rather limited sensory capabilities. Therefore, what we know about the world is incomplete and always will be. Because our senses do not allow us to perceive all that is, and because our senses cannot perceive it, our minds struggle to comprehend it. We cannot say with absolute certainty what is and what is not unless we stick to the facts that cannot be disputed. Our perception tends to be shaped by a mix of fact and stuff that our minds use to fill in the gaps and give those facts depth, substance, and context in relation to us. A blend of fact and imagination is quite normal. Remember, our minds can be very selective. We tend to focus on a few details and rely on memory and extrapolation to fill in the gaps. Our eyes do the same as our minds. It is a scientific fact that our eyes do not actually see all that we look upon. Instead, we only see a part of what surrounds us. Our minds fill in the holes. Our minds create our reality. Has your perception now been altered? Can you say that you know something to be truth with absolute certainty? The perception card in the present position is not about instilling doubts, about increasing awareness. Knowledge is power. Wisdom comes from understanding, but it only brings power and wisdom if our understanding is accurate. Otherwise, our perception will be flawed. Therefore, take the time to question everything. Double check and even triple check your facts so you can be certain that they are indeed facts. Shift your perspective and see a larger, clearer picture, and also be willing to embrace the awareness that what we perceive to be truth in reality might, with the benefit of an increased perspective, be revealed to be an illusion, and what you thought to be an illusion or lie may actually be true. Finally, be open-minded when you feel challenged by another's perception. It is truth for them, and just because you do not agree does not make their reality any less real or truthful than your own, especially if you are working from a personal viewpoint instead of a factual one. Well, okay then, Gemini. This is just the type of card perfect for Gemini, and she's all wet from her bath. She couldn't fly very high because she's heavy with water. She's all wet. Carmilla, you're cute. You are cute, but you're getting me all wet too. Okay, so Gemini, I just feel like this is a perfect card for you. It's one of those deep thinking cards, right? It's perfect for the air signs. Interpreting your perspective based on your what you're seeing, what you're perceiving to be the truth. It could be that this King of Pentacles is being protected from some information because the people that are protecting him know that his perception will be altered once he has this information. Maybe his perception will be altered based on something that is not 100% authentic, real, or true. Maybe this Queen of Wands is going through a process that right now is being kept from this King of Pentacles because they know that the people protecting him know that this Queen of Wands is eventually going to be perceived very differently once this process is said and done. I'm making this very specific. This feels like a very specific story to me, but based on this card, it makes me wonder what's really going on here, and it feels profound. It really feels profound to me. So Gemini, I guess, I'm going to leave the rest of the interpretation up to the viewer because you guys know more than I do what's going on in your situation. But if you did resonate with this reading, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to share your story. I always love seeing how personal stories actually apply to the reading itself, and how the different stories seem to work with the reading, which always amazes me. So I'm going to leave that here, Gemini. I really appreciate you watching. Carmilla says goodbye. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope I see you next time. Take care. Bye, Gemini.